Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Miles here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. I want to first off start by saying that I apologize for not posting in a long time once again. As most of you guys know, the Black Ops 7 beta has just gone live, and obviously I'm a Call of Duty content creator, so all I've really been doing the last 5 days has been playing the Black Ops 7 beta. I haven't played nearly as much as I'd like to. I'm on fall break right now for school, so I've just been enjoying time with my family and, resting my body because I'm a basketball player in college. Is extremely tiring, and I just enjoy the moments where I'm able to be at home and, just chill with my fam. But obviously the Black Ops 7 beta has been out for a few days, and there is so much shit to cover, bro. I have tried my best to capture good gameplay, but to be completely honest with you, it's very, very iffy for me. Black Ops 7 in general, just gonna say this, on paper, it's a good game. This game feels like what Call of Duty stood for about 10 years ago before the Great Split. And what I mean by that is Advanced Warfare Black Ops 3 had similar mechanics to this game, and I think that because of what we saw with Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare, at the time we didn't want it, but because of all this shit that we've been through with skill-based matchmaking in Modern Warfare 19 up until now, I think that people are finally starting to accept that this is fun and this is cool. Back during Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, I was really into the wall bouncing and the wall jumping and the exosuit movement, the double jumping in Advanced Warfare, being able to jetpack higher in the air. That shit was really fun for me as a kid. And I don't know. It's hard for me to sit here and say I don't enjoy this game because the maps are very fluid and vivid. Fluid and vivid. The lanes are pretty good, you know what I mean? The maps definitely don't feel like they've been AI generated. They feel like they've been created by actual people who took time into creating the lanes and, the different places you can camp and the different things you could do in each map. It's very, very different compared to Black Ops 6, I will say that for sure. But in terms of how the guns play, in terms of how I'm running around, in terms of how everything feels when I'm switching weapons or reloading, it all just feels too similar to Black Ops 6. And I think I have this rotten taste in my mouth from Black Ops 6, especially because I got to Prestige Master level 225 in that game. I spent 500 hours playing Black Ops 6. And it kind of got to a point with me where I was like, okay, this is the current Call of Duty. This is the state that current COD is in. Skill-based matchmaking basically makes it impossible for me to sit down and relax. I have to be hunched over. I have to be alert the whole time, high as fuck, can't be sober. I have to be focused, right? And honestly, it's not even Call of Duty. Just last year in general was such a shitty year. It sucked. And Call of Duty, in my opinion, was a reflection of that. It was all over the place, everything was broken, and Activision couldn't fucking care any less. Or maybe they did care, maybe they were just too busy working on this fucking masterpiece, this absolute masterpiece of a fucking game. And, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm disappointed. I'm definitely happy because at this point, the Call of Duty community is at an all-time low, and 48% of the beta players that played Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty did not come back to play the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta, and most likely won't be on Black Ops 7 when it's released. So we've already lost a fuck ton of players, and them bringing in the no skill-based matchmaking mode as a response obviously has good and bad. The main thing I wanted to talk about in this video is just overall the balance of this game and how multiplayer feels in the beta. The first day, honestly, was pretty fun. Even though the first day had skill-based matchmaking only, it was pretty fun. The first couple of games that I was online, I played pretty well. I ended up getting a dog in my first game, which was fucking awesome. I got a view to warship. As soon as I unlocked the view to warship, my first game with it as my score streak, I got a warship. That was just pretty fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, it got to a point, not even after, literally not even after the first day. I was first game on, second day of the beta, October, October 4th maybe, right? And I'm saying to myself, this is kind of fun. The guns remind me of different CODs. The Graphic 4.5 that you see here on screen reminds me so much of the Honey Badger from COD Ghosts. It has virtually no recoil, and the iron sights is identical to the Honey Badger from Ghosts. This is probably my favorite gun in the game, and I have nothing to say about it. Nothing bad to say about it. The gunplay is great. I will give that to Activision. They did an amazing job with the beta, balancing out the guns. The Razor 4.5 or whatever the fuck that thing is called. That thing is awesome. It fucking spits. It doesn't have great range and it has pretty terrible recoil, but at medium range, I mean, it does the job that it needs to be doing, if that makes sense. Jesus Christ, my aim there was terrible. But like I said, overall multiplayer has been like fun, except for when I was playing the skill-based matchmaking mode and I had like a 55 kill game in domination. They then took me into basically like 9 to 5 central, sweat central. I was playing against, like, I was getting killed off spawn. I mean, there was no point, dude. It felt impossible. And it wasn't because I was getting outplayed. I'm a run and gun kind of player. I run around the map with all 3 red perks. I use whatever gun I'm using, it has the highest firepower available for the attachments. It may not have the best accuracy, but I'm somebody who runs into the enemy spawn as soon as I fucking spawn into the game and just try and pick people's heads off. Maybe that's not the way that Call of Duty is supposed to be played nowadays. I've been seeing a lot of tactical players on Black Ops 7, and I really appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie, Black Ops 6 had way too many just like run around, see how many kills you can get before you die kind of thing players, and I'm really happy that there's a lot of other individuals on this game who are playing tactically and reminding me of the olden days. It's just been so long since I've had that mindset where it's like, okay, let me get here, let me position myself here, let me do this, let me move over here. Like, Black Ops 6 was so fast paced, I didn't even have the opportunity to think about which way I wanted to go. I just went straight and hoped for the best. And Black Ops 7, I will say, is definitely different. It's it's a completely different game. It's not the same game as Black Ops 6, and I can really appreciate that. However, before they, like, I've been saying this for like 5 minutes, and I know I haven't gotten to it yet, but before they introduced the skill-based matchmaking playlist, if you were to play too good, it just got to a point where you'd have a squad of 6 on the enemy team running around together, and I felt like I was being headhunted. I felt like because I'm the only one on my team who usually runs around the map the way I do, which honestly gets me killed a lot more than I would like to, because there's a lot of spots like this peak right here on the right side of this fucking dumbass. Honestly, I hate this fucking map. I think this map's fucking terrible. I honestly think this map's fucking terrible, because the fucking right side here is almost impossible to get a kill on from this side unless you have no enemies coming for it, because they have a fucking peak advantage over me here. And I don't know, man. I was getting fucking headhunted off spawn. I was getting double teamed. I was getting sandwiched. I was getting everything. And as you can see here, 3 guys shooting at me. None of my teammates are anywhere to be fucking seen. And I don't know, man. It just like, it kind of got to a point with me with the skill-based matchmaking mode where I was like, I don't care how fun this game is. I'm genuinely not going to sit here and sweat my balls off on another fucking Black Ops game just because they don't want to add skill-based matchmaking into it. So I got to a point on like October 4th where I was just thinking like, maybe I'm not gonna play this beta as much as I want to, because I'm just not gonna deal with the skill-based matchmaking. And by the way, the games you're seeing right here are from when me and my friend Marcus a day and a half ago played, and it was skill-based matchmaking. We were playing no skill-based matchmaking, and for some reason the no skill-based matchmaking was worse than the regular skill-based matchmaking. I don't know why that is, and that's the biggest reason I'm making this video today, because I just played for about 2 hours on the no skill-based matchmaking mode, and I can't believe how many fucking tryhards there are in that mode. And don't get me wrong, some games are good because, I think the problem is, like, there are too many people playing in squads. Back in the day, you didn't see as many people playing in squads, and it was mostly just solo queues, but I feel like on Black Ops 7, there's a lot of teams, like people that are friends that are playing as teams. And that's not an issue at all. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's a lot more difficult, especially with this new movement and this new game and these new maps and shit, because I'm running around all the fucking time. It's almost impossible for me to get all these kills, more than 1 or 2 kills, because I'm alone. So I'm getting shot at by 4 or 5 teammates while my teammates are fucking camping somewhere, not knowing what the fuck to do with their fucking lives or their future or themselves, and it just frustrated the shit out of me. Literally, this gameplay, I was so frustrated with the no skill-based matchmaking mode, the non-skill-based matchmaking mode, that I went into regular skill-based matchmaking and had a better time. I don't know how that's possible. Now, there are some moments with the no skill-based matchmaking mode, such as queue times that are a lot quicker, staying in the same lobby. I mean, that's the Call of Duty I remember growing up. You know what I mean? That's the COD I played growing up. You stayed in the same lobby, you would trash talk, intermission, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But there's just something about BO7 that doesn't feel right. There's something about this game that feels like I don't know, I feel like Activision is dangling a fucking donut in front of our faces, and as soon as the game releases in November, they're gonna fucking take it away and be like, well, you know, the beta was just the beta, and, you know, this is the real game. We made some changes because we looked at the data from the beta, and, you know, this many people played non-skill-based matchmaking mode, this many people played regular skill-based matchmaking mode. I was watching Blame Truth's video yesterday about the matchmaking, and he stated that a lot of people most likely don't understand what open mosh pit is because Call of Duty hasn't had like skill-less matchmaking mode since 2019, and I would say about like more than half of the population of COD nowadays, their first Call of Duty was like World War II, Black Ops 4, or Modern Warfare 19, and they have no fucking idea what the OG COD system is like. Like I said, weapons, score streaks, you know, lethals, tacticals, it's fun. It's good. But the matchmaking is the issue for me. I don't understand how I can load into a lobby of the non-skill-based matchmaking mode and get paired up with 5 retards who end up going fucking negative. And it's not like a normal like 25 and 28 negative, you know what I mean? It's like a 14 and 47 negative score. And I'm out here busting my ass in the non-skill-based matchmaking mode just because they want to give me a team full of fucking shitters. That's the main thing I've realized is every time I play non-skill based matchmaking mode, yes, the load-in times are quicker, yes, we stay in the same lobby afterwards, but I feel like I'm playing against hackers all the fucking time because all of these guys are coming after me, and it feels like specifically just me, mostly because of the fact that, like I said, I run around the map. I'm not a camper. I'm not a fucking pussy. I have balls in between my legs, okay? I care about fucking Call of Duty, and I care about keeping this game alive because it's one of the games that I enjoy the most. And like I said, I have kind of been enjoying this beta, but I enjoyed Black Ops 6's beta more than I enjoyed Black Ops 7's beta. I don't know why. Black Ops 6 was just fun. It was a sweat fest. I felt like I had something to prove every game, and that motivated me. That made me want to play better. And obviously the skill-based matchmaking was fucking cancer, but I was fried off my like rocker most of the time I was playing Black Ops 6. It was fun. It just felt like playing competitive COD, and I never really did play competitive COD. I never played arena. I never played ranked play. I did play ranked play in BO6. I got to gold 1, but I just never really played ranked play. So like Black Ops 6, and also Black Ops 6 was the first modern Call of Duty game I've played since Modern Warfare 2019. I did not play I haven't played COD in like the last 6 years. And I think a lot of people don't really like realize that. I stopped playing Call of Duty after Infinite Warfare in like 2016. In 2017 when World War II came out, I didn't buy it. In 2018 when Black Ops 4 came out, I didn't buy it. I was playing Fortnite. And in 2019 when Modern Warfare 2019 came out, I was still playing Fortnite. And I could not believe what I fucking saw with my own 2 eyes when they fucking tried to resell me the same game from 2007 with a different story from a different universe. You can't just you can't just copy and paste a story and change it a little bit, make it for a new console, and call it a brand new fucking AAA title. That's not how it fucking works, okay? So I haven't played Call of Duty in like 6 years, and playing Black Ops 6 was for some reason it just like felt fun to me. Mostly because of the fact that the title of the game was Black Ops 6, and I felt like I was reuniting with my childhood playing that game. But with this game, it just like I don't know, this game feels more like COD than I've ever played a COD game in the last like 5 or 6 years, maybe even 8 years. I would say this game feels more like Call of Duty than even like Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3 did. This game just feels like COD. But there's something off. And not only is it the amount of sweats that I'm facing even in the non-skill based matchmaking mode, and by sweats, I'm talking like movement fucking demons, like beta movement demons, people who are insane, like absolutely cracked. They don't miss a single shot. Listen, my accuracy is not great. I don't have that good of an aim. Like I never really did, to be honest with you. My reaction time is pretty quick, but my aim was always pretty subpar. Like, I don't have great aim. I use low sensitivity. I play on 1.45. The game just feels so fast-paced compared to how Black Ops 2 and all those other games used to. So, you know, my accuracy over the years is just fucking depleted. But on top of the spawns, excuse me, on top of like the no skill-based matchmaking still having all of these sweats, there's a problem with spawns. I was getting spawn killed earlier today mind you, in the non-skill-based matchmaking mode. I was dying off spawn in the map that has the desert. I don't remember what it's called because it's fucking trash. It's the Advanced Warfare map is what I call it because it legitimately looks like an Advanced Warfare map. I got killed 6 times in a row off of spawn. I spawn in, I walk 2 steps forward, and I get shot by a guy I don't see because I just spawned in. It happened 5 more times. Did I clip it? No, because I threw my controller on the fucking floor and rage quit, and I fucking got off the game. Because there's absolutely no way you're gonna sit here and tell me someone like me, a good Call of Duty player, I'm not a professional, but I'm a good player. Okay, I can average a 2.0 KD. I can top 3 the leaderboard every game if I really wanted to, but like I don't want to when I'm getting killed off of spawn, when I'm promised to have minimal skill-based matchmaking involved in my queue timings, and then I go up against players who are sweatier than me. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, I just can't take it. I just can't fucking take it. I don't know what it is about this damn game, man, but the spawn killing is fucking ridiculous. The fact that they needed Battlefield 6 to take away half of their players just so they could listen to the fucking community for once in their goddamn lives and realize that they're not going to make as much money as they want to because they lost $300 million to Game Pass because they made Black Ops 6 free with Game Pass day 1 of the fucking release. Like, that does, like, so what they made a fucking open matchmaking fucking playlist. It's not what it seems. It's never what it seems anymore. And I think that's my biggest problem, is that Call of Duty pretends to be Mr. Honest Guy, Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. We listen to the community. But at the end of the day, there's a lie behind every truth. There's a lie behind every truth. Listen, spawn killing has always been a thing of Call of Duty. It has never not existed. But spawn killing back in the day used to just happen when a team of 6 would run in a straight line through the same corridor, and one smart player knew where those people were going to come from and would pick them all off. It's not like that anymore. Most of these spawns are pretty open, like run around for a few seconds on flat surface areas, and when a teammate or a full team of like 3 or 4 people go into my spawn, as soon as I fucking come alive, what are the odds that I'm going to get a kill? What are the odds that I'm making it out of their life? 0! Fucking 0! There's a 0% chance I'm making it out of that. And that's my problem. That's my problem. I don't understand how queuing into a non-skill-based matchmaking playlist is putting me up against people who are bouncing off walls, doing 360s, missing 0 shots. Like, listen, I get it. There's a lot of people who are probably really enjoying this beta and who have put multiple hours into this game, and I respect that. But I have about 15 hours on the beta, and I can't lie, I don't want to get back on. I just don't. I don't even really know what. I think I'm just sick of fucking COD, man. I think I'm just sick and tired of the fucking rage bait, of the lies, of the reskin and copy and paste over reskin and copy and paste. I just can't fucking take it anymore. And if you agree with me or disagree with me, please let me know in the comments. But I swear to God, man, like the gunplay's fine, everything is fine, except for the fact of there are still way too many sweats in this game, and they bleed through the 0 skill-based matchmaking mode, because all of these sweats, like me, have Ethernet. We all have Ethernet, and monitors, and, you know, good routers, because Wi-Fi is easily accessible nowadays. It's a completely different game than it used to be, and I personally don't think that 0 skill-based matchmaking is going to have anything to do with this game being saved, because at the end of the day, you see a no skill-based matchmaking playlist, I would say about 95% of the players who are really sweaty are going to choose to play that playlist instead of the regular playlist. So tell me this, I'm a sweaty player, but I'm not nearly as sweaty as a majority of these fucking people I've been seeing in this bullshit no skill-based matchmaking mode. So tell me how I'm still going up against all of these sweats while being in the non-skill-based matchmaking mode. I don't get it. Because when I play regular skill-based matchmaking, it feels more balanced. Like, and I have hours of game of gameplay to prove this. I played for 2.5, 3 hours this morning. I played for a few hours last night. I played for a few hours the night before. And I feel like every time I'm in the zero skill-based matchmaking mode, it's more frustrating. There are more campers, more spawn killers, more movement demons, more boyfriend and girlfriends holding hands running around the map together than I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I mean, back in the day, it was completely random. Sometimes you get shit on, sometimes you be the one shitting on other people. But my issue is that I just see too many people on the same team who are absolutely sweating their sacks off, having the time of their lives, and then it's just me on my team stuck with a bunch of bots who can't understand left from right. And it's a real thing, bro. It's a real fucking dumbass bullshit thing. On top of that, half the time I run into an enemy, I can't see him. I don't know what it is about that, but half the time when I run by an enemy, he's like invisible to my fucking peripherals, and then I end up dying because I didn't see him. And I don't know if that's because I play on like super high brightness or I play on FPS mode with my monitor or whatever the fuck, but I just like honestly despise so many things about this game, especially the movement. I was never a fan of Omni movement. And yes, I use Tac Sprinter because I don't want to walk when I'm fucking running around in the map. I'd rather run using Tac Sprint because Tac Sprint is faster. And I like Tac Sprint. I like it. I don't like Omni movement, but I like Tac Sprint because I run pretty fast. And I enjoy running around the map. It's one of my favorite things to do. So, yeah, Tac Sprint's nice. Thanks for bringing that shit back. Thanks for making it a perk. But at the end of the day, tell me how people who aren't using Tac Sprinter are moving better than me. I don't get that either. It's just like everything that I thought I needed to know about Call of Duty is now like, it's just like it's all fucked. And not in a bad way. I think Black Ops 7 is definitely going to take Call of Duty in a more positive direction. But, you know, I'm used to Black Ops 6. I'm used to the chaos of Black Ops 6. And now I have to, like, completely readjust the way I'm playing this game because of all the fucking sweats and the boyfriends and girlfriends and the camping and the spawn killing. It's, you know, at first I thought, okay, it's just going to be Black Ops 7. You know, it's going to feel the same as BO6 most likely, but with different weapons and different maps. All right, cool. We'll have a little sweat fest. But that would it was never the case with this fucking beta, man. Honestly, I feel like I never even get loaded into team deathmatch or kill confirmed either. And in this beta, I literally played like 85% domination, overload, and fucking whatever the other mode is. There's domination, overload, team deathmatch, hardpoint. And I never, like, team deathmatch and kill confirmed are like the two game modes where I can be my freest self and just run around the map with no objectives, right? But for some reason, I've been playing literally only domination, hardpoint, and all of the game modes I don't really enjoy because, to be completely honest, I was never that good at positioning myself in the map. The reason I got good at Call of Duty when I did as a kid is because I learned on YouTube the best classes to use, best accuracy classes, and I studied the maps, and I learned how to be a run and gun type player. I was never ever interested in being a camper or being a tactical kind of player. Some of my Black Ops 2 multiplayer videos over the last year or so have been pretty tactical. You know, I've been playing a lot better now in Black Ops 2 than I ever did as a child, but it's just, like, not fun in these current COD games to camp. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's 2025. I'm 20 years old. Like, what am I doing camping in a corner on Black Ops 7? Like, that's kind of my thing. It's just, like, so late, bro. Like, I'm like, so over all of the copy and paste and all the COD games feeling fucking identical that I just, like, stopped giving a fuck. And also, I have to mention that the mechanic when you slide or dive and it makes you hip fire and not actually shoot with the actual, you know, reticle, that is literally the worst addition to Call of Duty I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Whenever I'm sliding or diving and trying to shoot somebody while my gun refuses to aim down the sights and I'm like side firing like a gangster, I never hit a single fucking shot. I don't understand how hip firing is more accurate than sliding and aiming and shooting. But, you know, You know what I mean? Like, that's Black Ops 7 for you, bro. That's fucking Black Ops 7 for you. I also really honestly feel like the TTK is pretty fucked up. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If you hit a player 3 times, he's most likely dead. Except, there's a lot of moments where I have my crosshair aimed on a guy, especially at, like, long distance with an AR, and I am shooting fire, right? I'm pressing fire, and they're not getting hit. But my crosshair's on their body, their gamer tag's above my crosshair. The shots should be connecting, but they're not. And that's an issue for me, bro, because a lot of people in this beta have been chilling long range, especially in this map over here on this ladder right here. People can take this peek and see it in front like I'm doing right here, see to the left. And a lot of these people just have, like, knockdown fucking accuracy. But what I don't understand is how I don't have knockdown accuracy, because I'm using some of the best meta builds in the game for no recoil. And this scar right here, which I call it the scar because it's pretty clearly a fucking scar, it has little to no recoil whatsoever. But for some reason, whenever I'm trying to shoot at somebody, half the time the first 3 bullets just don't connect, even though they're on the guy's body. And they should be connecting because I'm aiming down at him and shooting at him. Another thing I really just don't appreciate is the third partying, bro. I'm trying to get in one-on-one gunfights because that's what I do. I see somebody, I shoot at them. And then there's either somebody in a room above me, somebody behind me on the enemy team. I either get sandwiched or I get, like, you know, I get tag teamed, and that it's just like, it's so not fun playing, you know, in a mode where I'm supposed to have, like, teammates to help me, but it feels like a 1v6 because all of my teammates are bots. And that's basically my experience so far with the no skill-based matchmaking mode. I don't know how some of these content creators and players and streamers have, like, the greatest lobbies of all time. I've maybe had, like, 2 games where I had bots on the other team. But every single game of this non-skill-based matchmaking mode that I've played has felt like the other team has just had stacked competition compared to my team. It feels like it's me versus everyone else. And that's not fun. It shouldn't be like that. And just because I decide to play by myself and don't have a team of 6 to play with doesn't mean I should have to suffer because other people with teams of 6 are having a great time. Like, listen, if you're gonna play Black Ops 7, run around the map, be a good person, and just try to get kills. Stop camping. Stop abusing the fucking wall bouncing techniques, bro. Stop being pussies and, like, exploiting the wall bounce and trying to fucking find hacks to this game. Just play COD. Just fucking play COD. And that would make me so happy. That would make me so happy if people just locked in and shut the fuck up and stop being pieces of shit, stop being toxic, stop being bad players, stop being campers, and just fucking play the game it was meant to be played. I think that, honestly, a lot of my anger would go away. But I think I have to accept that Call of Duty is just in a different place than it was growing up. And the average player / play style of Call of Duty today just isn't the same as what it used to be. Call of Duty was a... You know, Call of Duty used to be, like, you have to know how to move around, you have to know which spots to sit in, or when to flank in order to be popular, not popular, in order to be successful. But I feel like it's like no longer really about timing anymore. It's more so just about, like luck. Because I'll cut through a corner, and I know that there are 2 people there, but no matter what I do, their crosshairs are just aimed on me. And I'm dead before I can even aim down the sights while sliding through the corner. And, I just don't even really know what to say anymore, bro. Like, are there moments when I'm like, damn, this game's pretty fun? Yeah. But then there are way more moments where I'm like sitting there and I'm like, dude, I'm queuing into a playlist that's supposed to have skill-based matchmaking minimally considered, and I have to fight my ass off to go positive. Otherwise, I'll go even Steven. And I don't get that, because Black Ops 6's maps were way worse than Black Ops 7, but I averaged like a 2.2 KD, 40 kills a game. Like, so tell me how with sophisticated maps and actual fucking places to move around and actual flanks, actual lanes, that I'm doing worse. Like, I just don't get that. Honestly, I think my mood is just kind of shifted right now because of how annoying the non-skill-based matchmaking mode session was today that I had. Not this gameplay you're seeing right here, because like I said, this most of this gameplay was in the regular skill-based matchmaking mode, but as you can see now, I switched over to non-skill-based matchmaking, which is the quote-unquote open mosh pit. It just like doesn't really feel any different to me. I was under the assumption that the open mosh pit would feel way more like OG COD, but it's just like 1 or 2 games out of 10 games you might get a couple players on the other team who are like not that good. But besides that, it's just full of sweats. It's the same exact thing. And I think because of the matchmaking problem we've had over the last 6 years, everyone is just so accustomed to being a toxic ass, sweaty ass, fucking piece of shit, movement demon asshole. I don't know. I mean, like, I said this about Black Ops 6. I don't think Omni Movement belongs in multiplayer. These maps are a lot bigger and a lot more open than the Black Ops 6 maps felt, but at the same time, Omni Movement makes me just, like, hate these maps. I know a lot of people aren't using Omni Movement, and I am, because if it's a perk that's available and it can help me run faster, I'd rather have that than run at a normal speed, because I want to be faster than everyone else. I want to be able to get to where I want to go and crouch and, do what I need to do faster than other people. But Omni Movement just makes it really not fun, because when I'm going up against other players like me who are running around the map, I tend not to do so well. Because they're sliding and slide canceling and diving, and their aim is insane, and they're YY canceling, and it's just like, I can't take it, bro. I just can't take it. I mean, like, listen, we were promised a non-skill-based matchmaking mode. We were promised, balanced lobbies, balanced teams. We were promised a lot of things, and I feel like a lot of people are like falling for the bait that Treyarch is handing them right now, because like, listen, at the end of the day, the open matchmaking playlist has been more of a genuine Call of Duty experience than I've ever had in the last few years, like I said, but at the same time, it's just like, it's totally not the same as how it used to be without skill-based matchmaking. I just am so sick and tired of cutting a corner like that, having a guy waiting for me, but he hasn't peeked out yet. It's just so dumb, man. That's most of my deaths in this game right now, is me running over to a flank before the other person does, but instead of actually being able to use my gun, I get beamed before I can even aim down the sights because they're just waiting for me. And the wall bouncing's fun. It reminds me a lot of Advanced Warfare, and that's why it's fun, because AW was a very fun COD for me. But there are moments where I'm spamming the wall jump like I just did right there when I died, and I end up dying. And I'm like, what the fuck? And this game in particular, man, my team was just playing like shit. I mean, my teammates were nowhere to be found. I was getting circled by random guys who, and as you can see, that guy I just barely killed, he disappeared off my screen for half a fucking second. And I don't know where the fuck he went. It's too much, dude. It's too much for me. And, back in 2014 when I was a little fucking kid, you know what I mean? And we had jetpacks and wall running, that was new and it was fun. But we've seen this before, and I just feel like you can't copy and paste a Black Ops 6 engine, add wall running, change, the default running speed, and claim to have an open matchmaking playlist that doesn't even work properly, and still sit here and say that COD is back, or that Activision isn't lying to us. I mean, this game, look how many campers I'm dying to. Look how many fucking plebs I'm dying to. I'm trying my best to run around the map and, spot people and get the kill, but it's borderline impossible when you have little Timmy sitting in the corner over here where I just aimed in, and then when I run over to this side, you got Derek waiting his turn, and I just don't get it, bro. That too, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Then I get killed off spawn. I mean, if I hit you 2-3 times, right, my bullets were still firing after I hit Derek twice, and the third shot just wouldn't connect, regardless of how close it was to this guy's body. And check that out. How the fuck in a crouch? Is his head invisible? You know what I mean? How am I getting killed off of spawn? I just spawned in this open-ass fucking desert sand patch and just get aimed down on by a fucking guy who was waiting for me to spawn in. It's fucking ridiculous. For some reason, this game feels more toxic and less balanced than Black Ops 6 did, because at least Black Ops 6 didn't try to lie to us. They just straight up didn't fucking care. They were like, play the game, don't play the game. Enjoy skill-based matchmaking, don't enjoy skill-based matchmaking, like, whatever. We'll see you next year for Black Ops 7. But now they're just like trying so hard to be the good guy, and I just don't think I'm buying it, bro. I don't think I'm buying the whole, you know, Activision has changed their ways type thing, and maybe the MXR wasn't the best gun to use in this map, but it's a 3-hit kill, and that's where I get into like my issues here, because a lot of these people I'm trying to kill, I'll hit them twice in the chest, the bullets are still flying, maybe they're sliding left, maybe they're sliding right, but my crosshair is still aimed on their body, and the third bullet just won't connect. A lot of these guys are using high velocity SMGs that have really fast fire rates, so if that third shot doesn't connect after the first two do in about a 0.3 of a second, I'm fucked. I mean, I don't know how there are like actual people having like a lot of fun on this game. Maybe it's because they're playing with other people, like playing with their friends. Maybe it's because they're in a group of like 4 or 5 or maybe 6. But look at that, dude. Like, my crosshair was on that guy's body. It was on his body. Aim assist put me over there, right? I aim in, my gun's aimed at him. The aim assist helps me out a little bit, but still, not a single shot connects. And same thing there, dude. Trying to kill that guy on the floor. You got a guy sniping in the back. You got a guy shooting through the window. It's just impossible, man. And here we are again. Killed off spawn. Run through, run straight forward for about 5 seconds. Killed off spawn. And today, my experience today was worse than this. It's weird. Like, I feel like in the regular skill-based matchmaking mode, being a run-and-gun type of player with, like, the quickest trigger finger actually does something for you. But then when you play in the non-skill-based matchmaking mode, and you're running around the map like a lunatic trying to find people, you end up just dying a bunch of times because these people are just playing a completely different style. And that style is half camping, half faking, you know, being one place with a fucking, like, faked trophy device, whatever the fuck, like a cloning device thing, and then sitting in a corner, or just straight up abusing score streaks, or, you know, staying in the fucking zone and just camping and sitting and waiting for, you know, enemies to pile up. I don't know. I wish more people were talking in game chat, for sure. I wish that, the hip firing bullshit didn't exist. But most of all, I just really wish that this game felt balanced, because they're claiming that it's balanced. You know, they're claiming that they have this super honest, non-skill based matchmaking mode. But that's just not what this is. Like, this isn't that. This isn't a non-skill based matchmaking mode. It's basically just queuing me up against, you know, fucking 35-year-old veterans who are like masters at finesse. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. I know for a fact that there are a lot, like a good amount of like OG Modern Warfare players on BO7, and there's definitely a way to play Black Ops 7 tactically and still get away with it and get score streaks. But I don't know. It's just like I'm just like over this. I'm over this. I want a simple multiplayer shooting game that doesn't feel like a sweat fest and I'm like losing energy from playing it because I'm hunched over and so focused. I just want a chill multiplayer experience in which I can, you know, get a bunch of kills here and there if I get a good peek, or if I take a nice flank. I'm tired of getting obliterated off of spawn. I'm tired of getting double teamed when I'm trying to shoot at someone and another guy on the opponent's team runs through when I'm trying to shoot at the first guy and then kills me. I'm tired of not being able to see enemies while they're laying down on top of the of the flags or the zones, and I'm just so tired of hitting 2 shots, 3 shots on a person, they're 1 HP, and my gun just doesn't finish them off. No, even though my crosshair is aimed directly at their fucking face. I'm tired of the people camping behind barrels and sitting there and pretending like that's fucking cool. It's not. I'm tired of the motherfuckers camping and sniping and hardscoping. It's just like, how the fuck is this supposed to be a non-skill based matchmaking mode when it's basically just like fucking Verdansk? Like, it's Verdansk type sweatiness, bro. I'm getting shot at from the back every fucking time. I think the biggest issue with enemies is the footsteps, though. Like, hearing enemy footsteps is pretty much damn near impossible in this beta, and I have died about 1,000,000 times because I'm running or I'm shooting somebody and somebody comes at me from behind and either melees me, kidnaps me, or fucking just straight up mutilates me because I can't hear their footsteps. I genuinely cannot hear enemy footsteps, and it's very, 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 very frustrating. Enemy footsteps are supposed to be easy to hear even if you have Ghost on, or Ninja, or whatever the fuck. It's supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be able to see where these guys are and hear where they are for the most part, but enemy footsteps are invisible and non-hearable, and that makes this game really frustrating because, you know, there's a lot of random nooks and crannies that people can sit in, and if you don't know where that is and you get shot at from behind and then load back in and get killed off spawn and then load back in and get killed by a boyfriend and girlfriend holding hands, it's like, what's the point? I just died 3 fucking times to shit that wasn't even my fault. 3 times to shit that I can't control because the rest of this goddamn lobby is retarded. Like, how am I sliding through that corridor when I have another teammate there that was in there 5 seconds before me and he didn't see the opponent sitting in the middle of the fucking corridor? You know? And once again, like, as soon as I kill that guy, I'm about to run out and try to fucking recoup myself. But no, I get shot at by a second guy who cleans me up because I'm low on health. It's just so incredibly, like, funny to me how people are sitting here and saying, wow, Black Ops 7 is so fun, it's so fun. It feels more realistic and more like Call of Duty than I've ever fucking personally experienced, for sure. 100% for sure. But that doesn't make it fun. That doesn't make it, like, you know, cool. It's not fun loading into quote-unquote minimally considered skill-based matchmaking modes and getting put up against a team of 6 players who are just sweating their cocks off and omni-movementing around the map like semi-pros. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know if these guys are teaming up, if they're, like, in the same lobby before they queue in, or what it is. I'm totally going to have to make more videos on this because at the end of the day, I feel like I said a lot, but I also feel like I said, like, kind of nothing and have just been talking in circles for 42 minutes. So I'll definitely be making more content on, like, you know, more specific stuff like the weapons and the maps and shit like that. But without further ado, like, let's just get into, like, my overall review. We'll start off with, like I said, the guns. The guns are great, the attachments are fun, and I think most of the weapons, when put with the right attachments, are pretty damn meta and have little to no recoil except for the Razor. I think the MXR-17 and the whatever 4.5, the SMG, the GravTech 4.5 or the Graphic 4.5, are definitely the best weapons in the game. I do have an issue with the Peacekeeper. The Peacekeeper isn't nearly as recoil-free as it was in Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 2. It's a completely different gun than it was. The fire rate is way faster, and honestly, I don't really like the Peacekeeper as much as I thought I would. I was really excited for it to come back, but they really disappointed me, man. It was like my favorite gun in Black Ops 2. And it's just not the same gun at all. The recoil is fucking shit. Using a red dot sight on that gun fucking sucks. There's something just, like, weird about aiming that I don't know how to explain it. Like, aiming feels weird in this game. Aiming feels like it just feels like droopy. I don't know how to explain it. Like, aiming doesn't feel precise. For some reason, I always feel like my aim is a little bad. It's like a little slippery. And I don't know if that's just because it's me, or if it has something to do with Black Ops 7's aiming system, but like I said, for the most part, you know, I mean, I guess my experience has been more positive than negative. But take this map, for example, right? All the sliding doors, the middle part that's just full of domestic violence. Like, it kind of got to a point with me, especially with, like, the spawns, where I'm going into a spawn, getting one kill and getting railed. And then the enemy team is coming into my spawn and killing my whole team. So, excuse me, I just fucking farted. It was, like, the most frustrating thing ever. Especially on this map. Aiming, like, especially on this map, in that middle, like, area, my aim just always feels fucking weird. I don't know what it is, and I don't think it's me, but I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not me, because I am willing to accept that it could be me, because I might just fucking stink at aiming right now, and that's fine. Sometimes you suck at aiming, sometimes you fucking don't. But this map in particular pisses me off. I don't like the middle at all. And I just don't like how accessible camping is in this fucking game. There are too many camping spots. There's a lot of, like, random wall jumping opportunities I don't really understand. But, like, I'm going to say this again. For the most part, it's really just, like, teammates being in the same area and spawning and running around together. And, you know, not playing, like, legitimate Call of Duty where they're just running around trying to get kills. That's all you've seen me do in this fucking gameplay video right here. And every time I mow down the first guy, there's always a second guy running right behind him. And, like, it honestly, as honest as possible, wasn't always like that, like, in the slightest. It used to be very, very, very different. COD used to be a much different game with much different rules. And I don't know, it's just like, I don't even know what game I'm playing. It doesn't feel like Black Ops 6. It doesn't feel like Advanced Warfare. It feels like 5 different COD titles in one. It feels like Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3. I'd even put a little bit of Black Ops 4 in there. It feels kind of like Black Ops 4 as well. But overall, I can't really, like, say I'm disappointed or sad with the beta, because most of my stats are, like, top 3% worldwide in terms of hours played, eliminations, kill-death ratio. All of those things are, like, very highly ranked, because Call of Duty posted a bunch of tweets like, send us your username and we'll send you your stats. And I wanted to see my stats because I wanted to see if my stats matched the way I feel while I'm playing this game. Because when I play this game, more often than not, Black Ops 7, I'm saying, I feel like I'm not in a zero skill-based matchmaking lobby. It feels like I'm in the end times, or the end game of the COD, like, fucking, like, optic versus phase bullshit. It just feels like these people are sitting here waiting for you to come through the sliding door, and then as the sliding door opens, they just mow you down. And it's very, very fucking annoying. I really don't like this map, and I honestly will probably leave lobby when the game comes out if this map is being played, because it is too small, and with Omni movement, it makes it really, really hard to enjoy. I also don't understand how that kill right there took basically the full mag to take that guy out, because my aim was all over the place and my stick was staying straight. However, the fucking recoil just kept advancing, and I ended up not being able to sprint, and it prevented me from wall jumping, making me die right there. Like, obviously it's a beta, you know, like, we're going to see a lot more when the game comes out on November 14th. We'll have 18 multiplayer maps coming out in the beginning, but once again, like, right there, I have a fairly decently ranged SMG with iron sights, and I'm aiming at these guys as fuck. Like, I can see their bodies, I can see their gamer tags above them, but the Gravic 4.5 just won't hit those shots. Like, they just don't register on the screen. And it's the same issue for most of these guns long range. They just don't connect on the screen, and it's so frustrating, because I know for a fact that my shot should be connecting. That guy should have died too. I shot him 3 extra times in the fucking pelvis as I turned around. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Double teamed right there. It's like, fuck me, man. Like, you know what I mean? Shot at from the right. Trying to shoot someone in front of me, but I'm getting shot at from the right, which is where the rest of my teammates are, but they don't want to do anything about it. You know? Like, I think, listen, I think Black Ops 7, like I said earlier, well, you know, it'll do its thing. It'll have its time. But at the end of the day, I just don't think I'm falling for Activision scandals anymore. I'll say it one more time. The non-skill-based matchmaking mode definitely doesn't feel like a non-skill-based matchmaking mode. Maybe like 1 out of every 10 games it feels that way. But it's just not the case. Whenever I'm in non-skill-based matchmaking mode, I feel like the skill gap is wider than when I'm in regular matchmaking mode. Because when I'm in regular matchmaking mode, it puts me up against players that move similarly to me, that use the same routes as me, because that's how they decide who's playing in what lobby with the regular matchmaking. And the amount of kills that I get, the amount of deaths that I get, the amount of time it takes me to kill those people, and they're claiming that now it has only to do with ping for the most part. But it's clearly not the case if I'm getting butt fucked while I'm in non-skill based modes and playing better when I'm in skill based modes. So that's that. I listen, I don't really know. Where I wanted to take this video, I kind of just wanted to get shit off my chest about the beta. Another thing I would say needs to go away is the mantling speed. It's way too slow. I don't know if it's slower than Black Ops 6, but the mantling speed in BO7 feels extremely slow and terrible, and whenever I have to mantle onto something, 9 times out of 10 I'm getting shot to death because you can't shoot while you're mantling. I know there's a trick where you can look all the way up in the air while you're on like a window or something that you're supposed to be mantling on, and it'll automatically skip the mantle for you and give you a double jump, like an exo jump, if you stare straight up into the sky whenever you're on like straight wall and trying to go forward over something. But I don't want to have to do that every time. I want to go, up instead of mantling. It's just fucking retarded. Mantling is dumb as fuck. I don't know why it exists in Call of Duty. And it's just extremely inefficient. Like I said earlier, bro, there's a lot of things that are very efficient about this game, but in my opinion, the inefficiencies and the flaws are just bleeding through too hard. They're bleeding through too hard. They removed the non-skill-based matchmaking search and destroy mode earlier today and then brought it back because of the amount of backlash they got. I don't really think Activision actually even cares about making their lobbies balanced. I think they're just doing this to try and get us to stay on the game. And that's why it kind of upsets me. Because it's like, dude, I'm spending $100 yearly getting your game, plus like $500 on cosmetics and skins and stuff like that. So why aren't you doing your part by making the game more playable, making it feel more friendly, making it feel like you're actually part of what's happening, like you're part of the combat, like you're part of the shooting? Call of Duty just, in my opinion, now feels so distant and futuristic and out of pocket in terms of like the stuff that happens. It just makes no fucking sense to me. Half the story mode, missions these days just don't make sense. But at the end of the day, it's just a beta, like I've been saying, and you got to take it with a grain of salt. I'm not gonna lie, Zombies was trash. The farm map wasn't that fun. Like it really, really was not that fun. On top of that, the rest of the multiplayer maps are decent. I don't really love them, to be honest with you. I like Cortex, the Forge is okay, but like I said, the spawn killing is just outrageous, and in the non-skill-based matchmaking mode, there's more spawn killing than I've ever seen in my entire life. So Activision, I'll ask you this, man. I'll ask you guys, if you are actually planning on keeping the no skill-based matchmaking mode, will it act like a real non-skill-based matchmaking mode? Because currently, it's still acting like its older brother, who is the normal skill-based matchmaking mode guy. And every time I load into a game of non-skill-based, I end up having the experience of a skill-based matchmaking game. And that's not okay. That shouldn't be happening whatsoever. Let me know what y'all think about the new COD. And let me know if you guys have copped it yet. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm going to be posting more tonight and tomorrow and the rest of the week. And so on and so forth. But besides all of the negative stuff I said, I gotta say, leveling up and testing out these new perks, score streaks, and weapons were very, very fun. The Razor 9mm, as well as the Echo 12, as well as the MXR 17 and the Peacekeeper and the Mod something, it's like the Mod 15 or something. Those are very fun guns, and I'm very appreciative for them. I like them a lot. I think having the active camo back is smart. That was cool. It's something that we haven't seen since like Black Ops 3, I think, so that was pretty neat. But for the most part, dude, this game is just, a more futuristic version of Black Ops 6 in my head, and I just can't unsee it now. I just can't unsee it now. All I feel when I play this game is constant anxiety and disappointment, because I'm like, dude, I could be playing so much better, but I'm not, because I'm getting shit on, and now I have to sweat my ass off, and I'm just tired of doing that. Like I said, I'm tired of losing posture and having a bad hunch just because I want to play good in Call of Duty. So hopefully any of these things, at least one of the things I said in this video, meant something to you, stood out to you, whatever. I will definitely have more content on Black Ops 7 coming this week. I just, like I said, wanted to get out of my chest or off my chest the certain thoughts I had on this game, and if I found it fun. And overall, like I said, I did find it fun, but at the end of the day, I have had more fun playing Terraria than I have playing Black Ops 6. Excuse me, Black Ops 7. And I think that definitely says something about this game and this company and what it stands for. Because nowadays, Call of Duty is no longer a get behind the wall and fire at your opponent type of game. It's the just pick up your gun and spray it. So, yeah. That's it for me today, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. Like I said, a lot more content on this game will be coming soon. I have like several videos saved up right now that I'm going to be editing, like I'm editing this one. And yeah, stay tuned for more Black Ops 7 content. And I'm sorry to anybody and everybody who had to experience toxicity in this game.